Dallas Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Miami Dolphins. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First carry for Kenyon Drake. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. 7 yards remaining here on third down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it's first down, Miami. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. On first down, Drake. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Dion Lewis, he's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Dion Lewis, 75 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. Tannehill on first down. Flushed out right. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. He'll try the air now with Tannehill. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Parker. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Here's Tannehill. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They snap it to Tannehill. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run with Drake. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it second and goal. They'll try again with Drake. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just a second.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Shane McClellan. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief. $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. The best defensive lineman, They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. So
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They do go for it. It's Brady. Line. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, New England. Brady gives this one to Lewis. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly. Didn't it? Closed fast.
They try again with Lewis. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Brady now to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Off the toss, Lewis. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Brady to Gronkowski. They make it look easy, don't they? And it's a Patriot first down. First and 10. Here's Brady. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, that's Lewis. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Brady now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return. Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Brady to throw on second down. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Brady connecting with Cooks for the Patriot first down. This is Lewis. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. New England on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Brady. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Will Tye, 60 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's Tannehill. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And Stills over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's to the 10 and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now on first down, Drake again.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now they'll run with Lewis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. From midfield, here's Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Lewis. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Brandon Cooks, 40 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and it's 3rd down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Open space inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Damian Williams, 25 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. All that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Caught, right side, it's Lewis. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen, James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
23 yards on the play. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They run. This is Lewis. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Again, it's Lewis. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Brady going to throw here. Give him 8 on the play, and a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining, and it'll make it a second down. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good.